to go forth. Don't let this stop you. Because I know even sometimes in ministry, we feel like when, you know, things kind of don't go our way, we feel like we want to give up. But I'm here to tell you, don't give up. All right? Amen. I'm going to go off reading something that I had wrote at a time that I had to speak at another event. It was a church event. And what I'm going to read to you is something that I was feeling in my past. I am a survivor of domestic violence. Thank God that I came out of it. But it was my journey. It was my path that God sent me on. You know, I left from Michigan to come here. And it seems like that's not when it started, but it seemed like it just exploded more here in Connecticut. All right? So I wrote, I sit in the middle of the floor in the dark in an empty apartment, confused, hurt, frustrated, and feeling defeated. God, how did I end up here? Why am I thinking thoughts of suicide? Why am I so angry? Why am I laughing because I want revenge? Why am I throwing pillows at the wall? I find myself curled up in a fetal position on the floor crying, God help me. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to feel this pain. God, I feel I'm lost and I've been rejected. I don't want to hurt anymore. All I want was for him to love me, not hit me, not spit on me, not choke me. I wanted him to adore me, not say harsh words to me. Why am I being called stupid? You're ugly, you're fat. No one will ever desire you. God, I can't breathe. I feel like I'm suffocating. God, help me. I can't do this alone. I can't do this by myself. But I need for LaKia to live. I needed to live. And the reason why I wrote that is because in your time of being in that relationship, and I'm kind of like this woman a little bit, I guess, led by the Holy Spirit, because I couldn't write anything, really. I really could not write anything, and God said just be transparent and just keep it real. They'll relate to you more. So, at that time, when you're in that time and that place, on how you're feeling, you feel like you're drowning, that there is no one to help you. But I'm here to tell you, and you guys already know, that it's nothing but your Heavenly Father who will bring you out of any situation. You don't understand it then, but then you know it begins to go forward, come into provision on why you had to go through what you went through. Thank God you weren't taken out. Thank God, like if you have children who's in that relationship, that they weren't hurt. But it's by God's grace and His mercy that I am seeing here. And all of us have a story, even if it's not domestic violence. We've all been through something that you could share your story and tell other people. And that's what I'm here to do. According to the Office for National Statistics, The Guardian estimated 1.4 million women and 700,000 men have suffered domestic abuse. According to the OMS, 4.9 million women, or 28%, and 2.4 million men, nearly 15%, have experienced some form of domestic abuse since the age of 16. And that's where I was at. My abuse started when I was 15 years old. I was in high school. And in high school, you think you're grown, you think you're doing something, you think, you know, you got this little boyfriend or whatever. And I didn't understand it then, but now when I look back over my life, I understand that that's where my abuse started. Like, little things would happen. If I'm standing with my girls, I was kind of popular because I did a lot of dancing. I was in a lot of talent shows, and I did a lot of, a lot of different things. So if I was around my friends or anything like that, that was an issue. That was a problem. He was showing me jealousy signs then. You know, I remember soda being thrown on me. In Michigan, we call it pop. Yeah. But I remember soda being thrown on me. I remember going to, you know, his home and being at his house and different things, and we might get in an argument or, you know, a little spat about little things. Like, he'll put me out the house with snow up to my shoulder, barefooted. But, you know, even hearing this now, you're probably saying, why didn't she get out of it? What is it that you didn't, what is it that I did not see at that time? So what I say, I say that the reason why I stayed and the reason why I felt that I had to stay and I felt that I could change him even at 18, because you think you're grown, you feel that you can change a person. I had to reevaluate my past. And I had to reevaluate and say, okay, I always said that when I got involved in a relationship, I was going to make sure that I was going to stay with him because my father wasn't here. I'm going to make sure I stay with this person regardless, because I want that house, I want that fence, I want all that nice good stuff, big wedding, everything. So as I start realizing and understanding that that was one of my things, and also molestation. I suppressed all that, and I kept it hidden, you know, even from my mom, from my family. But that's what drew me to stay with him, because I felt like he had to be my father and my protector. But instead, he was my abuser. All right. In high school, like I said before, I was known, but you know how you do things, and really my self-esteem was really low. And if you would have known me back then, you would never have thought that I had a self-esteem issue that I felt before he even told me that I was ugly or whatever, that I felt low. I was too skinny. I was dark. Dark skin wasn't it. You had to be light. You know, I had the big eyes. You know, girls was jealous of me because I had the latest stuff. But I worked. My mom always worked. I grew up in that type of environment, so I got it on both ends. You know how you get teased when you don't have nothing, but you get teased when you do have stuff as well. So that lowered my self-esteem a whole lot. That was another reason. I felt like, okay, when he told me he loved me, man, that's real. I'm hot, you know. And from that, have you ever been in a situation or in an environment that you were trying to be something that you weren't, and it just felt like, I'm not supposed to be here, and you keep trying and trying and trying and trying, and that's just not where you're supposed to be? I knew then that there was a calling on my life, that the things that I was doing was not what God wanted me to do. And again, I'm going to keep going back onto this journey. We all have a journey. We all have a journey. It just, you know, it doesn't matter which road you go down, what path you take. But do know at the end, if you stay with your Heavenly Father, it's going to be glorious. There's going to be glory. You're going to be victorious. So I fell in the phase that I call, I thought I needed to be loved no matter what. I thought I was in love. I really did. But I wasn't. I can't say now, because I am married again. I can't say now that I am in love. All right? I got a rude awakening when, you know, hearing him say he loved me, but he really didn't. He didn't really love me. So that leads me to where I am now. And what I want to say now, I know I'm here to tell my story and different things that happened, but I don't want that to be the focus of me. I want that to be, how did you make it out? What are you doing now? Not to stay stuck on my story. Yeah, you have to tell your story. And again, our stories can be so similar, you know, in different fashions. But what did I do to get out? And I want to tell you today, there is life after domestic violence. I don't know if you ladies actually have been in a domestic violence relationship or some type of abuse. It's not even just physical. We all know it's money, it's verbal, mothers beating their children, you know, elderly abuse, if you've seen that. It's not just domestic violence abuse. I'm going to give you 2 steps today because I'm also writing a book, a self-help manual. So it's funny when you gave me that book and I was skimming through it and I saw some of the things that the author was writing, I'm like, oh wow, there is something like this. But again, I'm going to give it from my point of view. Like you said, the lady said, that circle don't apply to me because you know we're all different. Our lives are all different. So I want to say that I'm not an expert, but I do believe that my experience qualifies me to be an expert just because I went through it. Thank you, God. Step 1, I want to say, admit that you have been involved in a relationship when you are preparing for a new life. A lot of us, our culture, our race is our culture. We keep it hidden because we've seen somebody in our family be in some type of relationship like this. We go to the picnic, uncle gets drinking, and then you hear auntie and them over there fighting or whatever. So, you know, we've all seen it. We've all seen that. So we have to admit to our friends and our families because we've kept it so suppressed and hidden. I don't know if you guys hid it, but I did. But you can't hide anything from your mother. Sure, they know you. They know you. You know, and even though I was 800 miles away from her, because I came here first, he's from here, and I'm here with his family, and she was still back in Michigan, and I was here with nobody. So I had to deal with everything by myself, but it made me stronger. Did I cry a lot? Yes. Did I want to go back? But I was determined not to because I knew God brought me here for a reason. Okay? So admitting is one of the hardest things to do. If your family and your friends don't know because you hit the situation, it's time for you to let it out and be honest with yourself. Before you can start living a life after domestic violence, you got to be honest with yourself. And I was there, I'm a witness. Even when you leave and you're in your new home or whatever, you're gonna sit and you're gonna think, what did I do? If I would have just shut my mouth, if I would have did this different, you're gonna start doubting yourself. But in that doubt, know that you have to take responsibility of your own feelings. Because nobody's going to feel like you're feeling. Nobody is going to know how you're feeling until you start expressing it.
I love this.
Okay? So be honest with yourself and let it out. Let your family and friends know that you were trapped. You know, let them know that you were scared. Because they're probably going to ask you, why didn't you ask for help? Why didn't you leave? Why didn't you do this kind of stuff? Let them know. Maybe you felt at that time that you didn't have the support, or you felt like that they will put you down because you're in a relationship. But a lot of times it's financially. Like you can't move on. You may feel like you don't have the education or you don't have a job. When I went to some of the seminars and a lot of rich Caucasians were in relationships, domestic violence relationships, they said they stayed because for years their husband worked in corporate America, but they were home with the kids with no job. The lady said she didn't even know how to write a check and pay bills because he kept her in a prison. She wasn't able to go out. The groceries that she bought, she couldn't use her own brain and go to the store and just go grocery shopping like women do. He had to write the grocery list out for her and tell her what she needed to buy from the store, how she needed to dress, how she wore her hair. She couldn't wear makeup. The kids had to be like this. When he come home, it's quiet. His food is on the table. You guys don't sit with me. A sign of abuse. But when she said, okay, enough is enough, I'm ready to get out, she didn't know how to go about it. She didn't know what to do. So there is a lot of support groups that help you after that. And that's what I'm trying to establish. And I don't want, well, we don't want, because my mom really wants a house. When I was in a situation and I got out and I went to one of those shelters,